Hey guys, Swordbrain here today, bringing you guys another YouTube video. And today's YouTube video is talking about Belmod, and why he is the weakest god of destruction. Now, ever since we found out that there are more gods than just Beerus, we've always wondered who the strongest god of destruction is. Now, I can't say for sure who the strongest god of destruction is, but I can say for sure who the weakest god of destruction is. And the weakest god of destruction is Belmod. Now, throughout the entire series, no one ever thought too much about Belmod. He was constantly overshadowed by Jiren, with Jiren being proclaimed to be immortal, even stronger than their god of destruction. So, Belmod has never been hyped up to be the strongest warrior. And Belmod is a very different character from many of the other gods. See, most gods will fight fairly, well, as long as you don't count ganging up on one guy as not fair, then they fight fair for the most part. However, that's where Belmod is different from all the other gods. See, instead of continuing to gang up on Beerus, Belmod waited for the perfect opportunity for all the gods of destruction to not be paying attention to him, and then he sprung his trap on the other gods of destruction. And if you think this was a big brain move that made him win the fight, you would be wrong. So yeah, this attack barely did anything to any of them. All it did was get Licker mad, and when he got mad, he instantly curb stomped Belmod. And yeah, in the end of the day, he just laid on the floor waiting for the battle to end because he was too weak to fight any of them head on. Now, of course, these guys weren't trying to kill each other, so, well, except for Belmod, who, ironically, still did the worst. So, yeah. Now, of course, none of these guys are trying to kill each other. They still care about each other, even if it is a little bit. And, yeah. So, I think Belmod's plan was to just try to spring the trap and hopefully get them like that. And if that didn't work out for him, he could just switch to plan B, which is just lay down on the ground until the end of the battle to where there's only one god of destruction standing, and since the gods of destruction are pretty close to each other in power except for Belmod, the last god of destruction standing wouldn't be able to fend off a mostly not hurt Belmod. I think that was his overall plan for the fight. So yeah. But since the Grand Priest ended the fight between Beerus and Kiltila, sorry for mispronouncing that name, he didn't have to do anything, besides looking like an idiot for getting beat up with a few ki blasts. So yeah, if the Grand Priest didn't stop the fight, that's probably what would happen. So yeah, now let's talk about the anime. And the anime has been over for a long time, I know, but I want to get that out the way as well. So Whis was like, Belmod is even stronger than Beerus. Of course he didn't say Belmod's name, but we obviously know he was talking about Belmod. And Beerus was like, bro, it was just an arm wrestling match. Now, an arm wrestling match isn't a true form of strength in any means. Like, if we put Brock Lesnar up against Devon Larratt, again, sorry for butchering names, then Brock Lesnar would absolutely destroy Devon Larratt, but he would lose the arm wrestling match. And the same can even be said about physical strength. Let's take a look at Halfthor. Halfthor can deadlift over 800 pounds and make it look easy, and he still lost to Devon Larratt, a guy who at his max can only deadlift 365 pounds. So yeah, him losing to Belmod in an arm wrestling match means absolutely nothing. And Whis wasn't like, hey Beerus, you're lying, it's not good for gods of destruction to lie. And we all know that's in Whis' character to always call out Beerus whenever he's doing stuff that's ungodly. So yeah, Belmod is the weakest god of destruction. Belmod is the weakest god of destruction, is what Belmod wants us all to believe. Okay, now this may sound crazy, But what if Belmod doesn't want everyone to know how strong he is? What if Belmod has a sinister plot and wants the whole world to underestimate him? Like, what if Belmod only says Jiren is stronger than him so that they don't pay attention to Belmod himself? Like, what if Belmod wasn't being cowardly, but instead was just hiding his true power that is stronger than every angel, but not as strong as the Grand Priest? What if he wants to overthrow the Omni King, but he's not strong enough to defeat the Grand Priest yet, so he hasn't tried it and he just wants to hide his power from everyone? Nah, he probably just didn't want to get embarrassed in front of Topo. But it always comes that time of day when I have to say, bye!
ABC